think about a father that abandoned his child? Forget about dream up the worst thing the child could do. What would you say about a father that turned his back on his child? We would say there's something wrong with that.
That's right.
Wouldn't we?
Yes.
Even now, if you see in court where somebody is in there for the worst crime, and they got no family with them, I just always, my heart goes out, even though no matter how bad they were.
Your heart goes out.
Yeah.
One of the meanings of righteousness is the state of one who is as they ought to be. So God is Father,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So for God to be as he ought to be as Father, that requires a certain kind of a thing to come forth in him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it requires, like we read the definition, equity in deed and character. Right? The right way around it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's like when I was dying on the hospital bed from a drug overdose, my dad didn't say, well, man, I'm embarrassed at him. Look at him. He's got coal all out of his mouth because they're pumping coal in his stomach to try to keep him from dying. He's flatlining. The doctors don't even want to spend time with him because they figure he's a waste anyway. My dad didn't leave. Him and Denise didn't leave and think there's nothing redeemable. They didn't say, well, he's a sinner. Let's separate ourselves from him because we can't stand to look upon sin. And if any of you thought Larry and Denise did that, you would think they need help.
Right.
You would think they need counseling.
Right.
Right? And so one of the things that makes God righteous is he is as he ought to be as Father. That means wonderful counselor, Prince of Peace, everlasting Father, Savior, Healer, Justifier, Deliverer, Advocate. Run down the list of all the things. All those things are found in what it means that God's Father. And so in order for him to be righteous, he's got to fit into all those categories. He's got to be healer. He's got to be Savior.
Yeah.
He's got to be defender. He's got to be advocate. He's got to be justifier. Right?
Yeah.
And that's what makes him righteous.
Mm-hmm.
Because he is as he ought to be as Father.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right, the definition that I